Dude. And we are back. And we are back. And we are back. Welcome back. Welcome to a short break. And we are back. Thank you, my good people. We are here. And what we're going to do is start off with this. What's up, my good people? We are back. Welcome to a short break. We are back for our episode today. And we couldn't wait to get back. And we're excited to be back. This is our 11th episode, and we're keeping it moving. No, this is our 12th episode. See, I was contemplating between 11th and 12th. We've been over here working, y'all. We've been working over at 4910. And listen, check this out. I know when we say we've been over here working, you be like, yeah, have they been working for real? Wait till you see what we got coming up next. We got a few things over here that's going to be popping out pretty soon. And we've been like in the incubator stage and just putting everything together. But things are about to pop off and about to start happening. You're about to see a lot more content from us and a lot of more social engagement from the projects that we've aligned ourselves with, which we think are pretty good. Here's a quick hint, sisters, we got you. Check it out. You know, we love our sisters. We support our sisters. We support women. Speaking about supporting women, while we're at it, let's bring on our other half over here at a short break. The phenomenal, the lovely, the talented, the articulate, the much better than I am, Emma.
Hey, Damien.
How you doing? We're back. We're happy to have you. What's up? Talk to us. What's up? What's going on?
Oh my gosh, what isn't going on? So I'm just excited that we have our 12th episode today. Okay. And It's about to be filled with women today because y'all always outnumber me. So I'm very excited.
Yeah, we had you on the ropes last time. I understand.
Like, goodness gracious, all of the women we're gonna be representing today. But let's get into some hot topics real quick before we get into a short break.
Real quick, can we get a check-in, my good people?
Oh yeah.
Where we checking in from? You know, what city? New York, LA, St. Louis. St. Louis, please be in the house because I just wanted my family and my that I do a good job sometimes. You know, all that type of stuff. Check in, people. Let us know who's here with us. When you get a chance, a quick little shout out. And there we go. Now, there we go. I just wanted to say that, Emma. Now, what you going to be saying? Sorry to interrupt you.
No worries. We definitely want to see where all our people are. They're on Facebook and we're watching on YouTube Live. So just let us know where y'all at. So the first thing I want to talk about is it is Kobe Bryant's. It would have been his 42nd birthday today. Yes. So we definitely wanted to just kind of, acknowledge Kobe. We definitely miss him. Do you have any, Kobe memories yourself?
Oh, man, we got NYC checking in. What's up, Dasaku? What's up? How you doing? We got our brother right here. Hold on. We got
South Florida. Hey, Matthew, thank you.
Matthew be checking in. Matthew, fam. Appreciate you, Matthew. Wait a minute. We got Harlem on the rise. I appreciate you, girl. Miss Langford. What's up? Hey. I appreciate Harlem. Harlem is my second home. We all know that. We all know how much I love Harlem. That's my thing. But so, quick little Kobe story. I never met the man. Would have loved to have chop it up with the brother at some point. But I went to a game, and it was a finals game. It wasn't the finals. It was a Western Conference Finals. It wasn't a finals game. And I mean, that's still good. Did you see people? Did y'all see that? She was like, "Oh, you went to?" I said, "Western." That's cute. You see that? I saw it. That's cute. I think, yeah.
It's okay. Keep going.
We had good seats. That was cool though. But anyway, went to the game And I want that Mamba mentality that they talk about, and you really want to, when you witness something like that, it's amazing. Because he was just in kill mode. And if anybody whoever competitive, whatever you're competitive in, you will see someone, when you recognize someone doing it at the highest level, it's just an awe to watch. And that's what it was. That's my Kobe story. Just seeing him play live was a great thing for me to check out, man. And when that brother passed and I heard that, it just, yeah. So we're going to celebrate that, brother. Here's a toast to you, my brother. Here we go to Kobe.
To Kobe.
Yeah, to Kobe.
I'm spilling some out for the.
It's all good. You just dribbling. You just dribbling.
You know how they say spill it out for the homies. There we go. Just
there we go. All on the rise. We got New Orleans checking in.
Okay, come on in though. And 49 to be working. Yes.
Showed up.
Be working. So everybody who is in here, we need you all to write whose team you're on. Speaking of teams, are you team Brandy or team Monica? Because this versus battle is happening on Monday, August 31st. Okay.
Yeah. Team Monica, team Brandy. I don't, you know what, honestly, you tell me, who team were you rocking with?
Let me tell you, I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence. I know more Monica songs word by word. I will sing some good Monica, but Brandy, everything that she's done, whether it's acting and then she's also behind the scenes.
This is a versus battle. It's one-on-one about songs and catalogs. It got nothing to do with her acting.
I like them both. I'm not picking the side.
We don't like them both. Okay. Listen. I definitely.
Who you picking?
If I have to make a choice, and I don't know, man. I don't know. I gotta say Brandy because she's an OG Bobby Johnson. Monica is too, though. She kept it getting. I don't know. It's a hard one, but we're gonna see what the fans got to say. And next thing we're gonna bring it up, ABFF, right? ABFF is happening now online, my good people. And it's a chance for you to check in and see what's happening virtually. You get to see the film. They give you links. You log in, right, Emma?
So it's called ABFF Play, and it's their website basically, and it's like a website as well as the app. So you can go, you can download it, and you're able to watch all of the films that would have been in the festival. So they have like a documentary series, they have webisodes, and they have the feature film, the feature narrative. So it's pretty cool. And they're doing, talkbacks that are on there. So it's a really cool website. And I think this actually might be happening longer than the festival. I'm not really sure, but I think
it is. The festival is normally a certain amount of time. They're extending it for us to watch it virtually, which is super dope.
I'm here for it. I've been watching TV all weekend.
I can't. You got any recommendations, real quick?
Oh, it's a funny one. It's called Flawed. Okay. By Jay Snow, and then there's Junebug by Winter Dunn, and they're both young, Black people doing their thing. So Flawed and Junebug are definitely both shorts.
They're both shorts. I'm check it out. So we are going to keep it moving, and without further ado, we're going to bring in our guest of honor, who is a multi-talented writer, director, producer, and all around good person. Actually, she's a really good person, and she's sweet, and she's talented, and she's extra nice, and she's a person who is close to me. I will bring in Miss Tracy Taylor, director, writer, phenom, Renaissance woman. Hey, Tracy.
Hi. I like all that. Look at all that stuff I didn't know I was.
Yeah, right.
You just come right here and just find out who you are. That's great.
Yeah, listen.
There we go. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm really excited to be here. I'm so happy to be on with you guys.
We appreciate you. We appreciate you here. We appreciate having your short. We're going to get into your short soon because we can't wait to dive right into it as our people are piling in. What we have, though, is a segment that we kind of get to know the director. Emma, you want to tell her about it?
Yes. So we have a segment, and it's about getting to know you. And we're going to ask you just a few questions that are about your start within the industry. So we're going to ask you some things. We're going to fire them off and you can kind of explain them. Give us the long version or you can give us a short version, whichever way you want. So the people can get to know you a little bit more.
Okay.
All right. So you ready for this?
I think I am. I hope I am.
Boom. There we go.
Okay.
It's a short breaks from the beginning. Emma, would you like to take the first question?
Yes. So who was the first mentor that helped push you in the right direction?
You know, I never had an official mentor. And I still have never had an official mentor, though for a long time I was like, I need a mentor. Will somebody mentor me? But I think along the way, there would be advice that people gave me or things that I saw other people doing that inspired me and sort of gave me an education on which direction to move in. So I never, though I wanted one, I never had a mentor. But, you know, from starting as an actress, like watching the trajectory of the different actor friends of mine and always having been a writer, yeah, I learned a lot from many different people along the way.
Okay. All right. Here's another. Since you just said starting from an actress, and I know this was a journey that you went on, that you're still on, actually. When did you realize that you were a director?
I realized I was a director on the first day on set of my first short film. Because until then I was like, oh God, they're gonna know I'm a fraud. Making this show as I go.
To the actual day one of shooting, you realize that's when
literally day one of shooting, because what happened was I won this writing contest with BET. And so the prize was $25,000 and the $25,000 to make the movie. And, you know, when I first met with the producer, they're like, okay, well, who's your director? And I was like, oh, well, me? Because I was really afraid of what somebody else was going to take my script and do with it. And as critical as I am of lots of different stuff, I'm like, if it's horrible, then let me be to blame for all of it. And so just speaking of mentors, the reason I knew about the contest in the first place was I had been an actress in a woman's film she was a grad student at USC, a film major. And I was in her thesis film. And she's the one who sent me the information about the contest in the first place. And so when I won, I called her and I was like, hey, I won this $25,000 and I got to hire people. What job do you want? And she was like, I'm moving to the editing track. And I was like, okay, I think I'm going to direct it. Can you help me? And she said, yes. And she gave me like a book about this thick from a USC, one of her filmmaking books. And I read that book from cover to cover. And then I went to different bookstores and I would get different books. And I was just trying to learn as much as I could about filmmaking. I directed some theater stuff when I was in college, but I was really, really afraid of the camera. And so I had prepared as much as I possibly could, but it was really the first day when I got on that set and I had 30 people sort of looking at me like, well, what do we do? And I was like, oh, me, I'm supposed to tell you what to do.
I don't have the answers. Okay.
Okay. I just remember this moment that we had shot a scene on one part. We were actually shooting we got to shoot at CBS studio, CBS Radford, their studios there. Our first day was shooting there. And we shot a scene and as I watched, I was like, it just doesn't work here. And there was another place across the lot. And I was just looking at the other area and my DP comes over to me and he goes, what's going on? I was like, I wish we'd shot this over there. And he said, you want to shoot it over there? I said, I wish we had. He said, do you want to shoot it over there? I said, yeah. He was like, everybody, we're going to shoot this over here. And 30 people started moving because I had an idea of what I wanted. And that yeah, in that moment, I was like, this, I want to do this the rest of my life. This is
Uh-oh.
amazing.
That
I've never
dopamine.
because I
That
had
dopamine hit you. That dopamine in that brain released was like, what?
I can do this.
started to move. I was like, this is amazing. I'm drunk with power.
The power. Oh my. Okay. That's
I want to jump in. It's just a few, it's so many lessons in literally everything that you said. But one of them, I love how the USC student, how she was like, here's the book from a class that I paid for, or if she was on scholarship and was like, but here you go. I'm done with it. I don't need it anymore. I love how she just openly gave that to you, because so many people don't want to give you things. They'll be like, well, why do you want this? Or why do you want to know that? Or they think that if you tell them how you got there, that you're gonna come and take their place. And it's like, no, it's room enough for everybody. So one, I love how you said that. And then the fact that you literally said, I didn't know I was a director until the day of, and you still were like, I kind of want to shoot there, but I think I want to shoot there. I want to shoot there, but I don't think we can. The fact that you just really like didn't know until that moment kind of just speaks like, you know what, you got to do it. Even though you don't know what you're doing, if it's right, you have to do it. Like, I love those two lessons that came out of that. Like, I'm gonna write that down.
That I always care when people like ask me like if I have any advice, and I'm like, I'm still early in my career, but I always say, like, if it scares you, do it anyway. Like, because I was scared to death, and some of the most amazing things that have happened in my life and my career have happened when I pushed against the fear and did it anyway. So this may and that if I need to name a mentor, and I don't think that she thinks that she is, because we became very good friends. But Tracy Morrison, she was that USC student whose film I was in, because she was my editor, but she came on that set every day. And if I had questions, when I'll be like, Tracy, hey, Tracy, what is this term that I don't know? And she would tell me real quick. Like, she was just like a champion all the way through.
Well, that's and that's what we love about the collaborative spirit, and then the collaborative spirit of independent filmmakers, and then just people being good to people. That it goes a long way, especially in this town. Just people being good to people. So and in that spirit, you being good enough to allow us to show your film, Naked. So we're going to throw this to you. Give us a brief introduction, and we're going to go right into your film, and then we're going to catch up with a short break afterwards. All right?
Okay. So Naked is a comedically dark film about a man who believes his wife is trying to kill him because he is cheating on her. But it's filled with twists and turns and surprises that we learn that just because something looks one way on the surface, many times it ends up being something completely different. And I think that's the best way to sum up Naked. So enjoy it.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So without further ado, we present to you Naked.
would you do if it was your last day on Earth?
Huh?
Like if it was your last day on Earth, what would be your idea of a perfect day?
I don't know.
Come on, you gotta know. Last day, last rites.
Okay, I'll play along. I would make love to my beautiful wife. Eat French toast. Play with the kid. Dance butt naked in the middle of the living room with all the windows open.
Why would the windows have to be open?
So I could streak the neighbors. And I would go swimming in the pool naked.
There's a lot of naked in your last day.
I wish you were naked a little bit more.
What else?
Oh no, Hill. I keep talking about this. Can we just talk about it when I'm a little closer to it?
Any day could be your last day, Henry. Please?
I put an extra $1 million in my life insurance policy. Naked. The end.
Do you have a will?
Yeah.
And?
And I leave everything to you. And what about you? What'd you do?
Everything you would do with clothes on.
It's no fun. You know everything's better with your clothes off. Grab it.
Hello? Hello?
She's okay. Just need a bottle.
Someone just called you.
No.
I know. You hung up when I answered.
Ah. Yeah. It's work.
It's work?
Work.
Work. What are you on for breakfast?
Oh, I just got this client thing. I'll just pick something up on the way there.
What are you gonna cook? French toast?
No, I don't know. It's just on the table when she picked it up. I promise. I'll be there as soon as I can, okay?
Honey, brunch is ready.
She woke up again. Just changed her diaper. This looks great.
Sit down and eat before it gets cold.
That's all you're having?
Yeah, I'm not that hungry. You eat. I like to watch you eat.
You were great this morning.
Like to hold me? I want you to remember that. Eat. I worked hard on it.
Cheers, Marcel. What's this?
Oh, it's rat poison.
Why do we have rat poison?
I heard mouse. Yesterday.
You heard a mouse in here yesterday.
Yeah, last night when you were working late. Maybe it's a rat, I don't know. Just got it in case it is. Come eat. Your food's getting cold.
I gotta take this. What you doing?
Found it.
Why do you have the gun? Why do we still have the gun in the house?
The rat.
You're gonna shoot the rat.
No, silly, the gunpowder. I heard it attracts rats. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit around the rat poison.
Are you sure there's a rat? I didn't see anything.
I can smell a rat.
I don't smell anything.
It's called a metaphor, honey. You wanna work?
Yeah, I gotta work. It's a client thing. Sure you okay?
Yeah. I just want to spend some time with you today. What time do you think you'll be back?
I'll be back soon.
Henry?
Yeah,
What time will you be back?
soon. Why? What's up?
I told you I want to spend some time with you today. Maybe go for a swim?
You don't swim.
I'll stay in the shallow end.
Sure everything's okay? You want to talk or something?
Oh, I feel good today. Empowered.
Okay.
Oh, and grab that envelope and put it in the mail for me today. I don't want the life insurance to lapse. Bonjour, chérie.
What's up?
What's the matter?
I have to. It's over, Danielle.
What?
Look, she knows. And I don't know what she did, and I don't know what she's gonna do.
So, just like that, you're gonna break up with me?
Yes, that's what I'm doing.
Because you're afraid of your wife?
Yes. Look, she mailed a life insurance policy, and she's talking to me about what if this was the last day on Earth and the poison in it.
She has you paranoid. And plus, you have needs.
And she needs him. She met him this morning.
Couché avec elle?
I don't know what.
You slept with her?
Yes. She's my. We're married. Oh. You have to go.
Oh. No. Je t'aime. I love you.
You have to go. Get out of the car.
I should kill you myself.
I always liked your hair long. I like it short too. Does Henry like it?
Yes, Mom. He likes it as much as you.
Where is Henry?
He had to work.
On Saturday? Sure works a lot.
We gotta eat.
Well, your father said he had to work a lot too. Rest his soul.
Yeah, rest his soul. Mom, can you keep Isabel tonight? I want to spend some alone time with Henry.
Sure. Want me to call before I bring her back? Is everything okay?
Yeah.
You need anything?
Bye, Izzy. Let me let you go. Mom? I love you.
I love you too.
Bill? Hillary!
Yeah.
She had more time with me today. No, don't touch things. No. Just stay here with me.
It's just that
No. Just tell me you love me. That's all I want. Just say you love me.
you know I love you. And Jillian. One little side.
No, stay here.
Be right back, okay?
I'm gonna stay here for a while.
Sure. My wife. She's got this box. There's this girl. I think she's trying to kill me. Yes. No. Look, I don't know. Can you just send someone over here? I'm really freaking out over here. 5674 Sherman Lane. Can you just send someone over here? She's been acting weird all day. Hurry, hurry.
Your wife, she's in the pool. She's not moving. What would you do if it was your last day on Earth?
There's nothing you could have done, Henry. This was my decision. I know I've been acting weird. Truth is, the last surgery didn't work. My brain just decided it didn't want to behave anymore. I got the gun out of the house like you wanted. You're right, it's not safe. Someone could get killed. I've been sick for a long time and I don't want to be sick anymore. My hair just started to grow back.
this was going to happen anyway. I just sped up the process a little bit. So, as I say goodbye, I thought I'd leave you a gift. Since being naked is so important to you, here's a little something to remember me by. I love you.
Oh, co-producer Lachey, Maurice, Danny Garcia. I love a good family affair. I love a good. I look for that. Philip, Denrelay, of course. Yeah, colorist Jason. I don't know Jason, but shout out to Jason. He colored it well. I have so many questions. So many questions. We try to give respect as much as we can to the below the line folks. Show it up, of course, to one union. I hope you heard.
Not that laugh.
Everything included in that laugh. I hope it came across. Boom. All right, my good people. Wow. Real quick. I'm gonna do this real quick. All right, we are about to go into a short break. Let me tell you what a short break is. A short break is the time that we have with the filmmaker. It's after we, as a community, have watched the film, and now we have the filmmaker with us, and we're going to replay the film, and a filmmaker can give their insight that we don't have because they were there when they were making this, and give us their perspective, and you, the audience, can ask questions. You can ask questions via chat, just like Daisaku is. Shout out to Daisaku, my good brother. Oh my. Just like Daisaku did. And you can also ask questions via video questions, just like we are now. We have this conversation. So that's a short break. And we're going to get started. And what we do is we replay the film again, but we put it on mute and allow the director to add his or her commentary. At this time, it's the lovely Tracy Taylor. Tracy, we're going to start this. This is officially the beginning of your short break.
All
and
right.
There we go. Boom.
Boom.
All right, Tracy. First thing first. This shot is amazing. Why did you shoot in that aspect ratio?
Because we could. Our DP had these amazing lenses, and he was like, "Oh my God, I got this like lens from." I'm gonna say Russia, that's wrong, but somewhere far away. And he was like, if they're hard to come by and be able to have this sort of like super wide like angle, like nobody gets to do it. And he showed it to me, and I was like, it's beautiful, yes. And that's why we ended up shooting. It was like lenses that the DP had.
Let me make sure I'm hearing this correctly. You saw an opportunity as a filmmaker that you can make your film unique, and you pulled the trigger on it.
That's right. Absolutely. Because it just was, like having an angle like that sort of wide, like when he showed it to me, I was like, it didn't look like most stuff that you see people coming out with, specifically in shorts. So I was like, well, yeah, let's let this stand apart.
So instinctually, it just jumped at you. That's what I'm talking about. That is exactly what I'm talking about. So you see the feedback coming in, right?
Oh, that's wonderful.
Wow, that's amazing. And actually, Nia has a question.
Nia says, I didn't expect that at all. I was following the husband's story and didn't pay attention to her, ...
Okay, that wasn't a question, but it was a great statement. My bad, I clicked on the wrong one.
Matthew has a question.
Matthew got a question. And first off, Emma, let's pay attention to, I don't know if you saw it, Matthew gave you a compliment on your new hairstyle.
I did. No, I saw her earlier today.
Oh, okay.
I saw her earlier. I did. Hey, Matthew. Matthew Chin says, can you speak to the signs in the film that led to the suicide or to prevent it?
Well, this is one of the first signs, like right here, when she was started like opening up in the morning, like, what would you do if it was your last day on earth? And it was supposed to be super, super subtle, right? Everything was supposed to be in a way that, as Damien gave me an education some years ago, a misdirect. And so it was supposed to tell you what was happening and then direct you in a different direction. So her asking him that was like her saying that made him think something was going on with him, because he was so worried about the dirt that he was doing that he wasn't paying attention to what was going on with her. So that the life insurance piece, it's not a sign of suicide, but even like, getting the baby out of the house, like, with her mother, just needing to spend time with him, just to have those last moments. Those don't specifically lean. Everybody who does those things wouldn't be committing suicide, but for her, those were all of the things that were leading up to that. She wanted to have this great last day with him because she knew she wasn't going to be around.
Was it that her representation of a great day was pleasing him? Because it seemed like.
Yeah, like, I'm going to give my husband like this beautiful last day, and not just that though, but like getting to spend those last moments with the man that she loved.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
One of the questions that I have is, what was the inspiration behind the film's topic? Because it goes one way and then it's a whole twist. So it's like, is any piece of it like you were like, oh wow, I can start this way and go here? Like, what was the inspiration behind the whole thing? Because it's so many pieces within 15 minutes.
Yeah, so there was a movie that I saw. It was actually a play called Night Mother many, many years ago. And it was a play called Night Mother, and they made a film of it starring Sissy Spacek. And it was about this woman on the day that she wanted to commit suicide, and she was spending this day sort of prepping for it and preparing for it, but it was a mother-daughter thing, and you learned all this stuff about her history and how she got there. That had come up to me because I was just going through a difficult time in my life. It was the one time in my life when I was sort of in a funk, and I couldn't bring myself out of that funk. And what I've always been able to do, even when I've always been able to write, or go into my imagination to find inspiration or happiness, I could find that. And so for me, I wanted to write about somebody who was going through something the way that woman was going through it in that film Night Mother. And then I thought, well, that's just damn sad all the way through. But
yeah,
what if we mask all of the stuff that she's going through with this relationship that he's in, and he really is doing something that would cause her to believe, that would cause him to believe that she might, 86 him. And so that was sort of it. It was like taking it, because I was like, well, I want to play with the comedy of it, the dark comedy of it, and not just have a depressing.
That's dark comedy, huh, Tracy? It's like torture to me, but it is what it is.
Yeah, that he is, running around trying to break up with his mistress and so forth, to make sure that he isn't okay, and not paying attention to his wife's own mental health. Yeah, and he ends up being a little bit of the bad guy.
I got a question for you, right? That this is from an anonymous source. Shout out to Mo.
Hello, Mr. Dwyer. Do you think the wife knew the husband was having an affair? I've gone back and forth on this. Maurice Dwyer is my husband, by the way. He's being cute in the thing, but he and I have actually even talked about it, because there are times when I'm like, yeah, she knew. She absolutely knew, and wanted him to be happy, and whatever he was going to do, he was going to do it, because what he was doing wasn't her focus. Her focus was on the fact that she was sick, and that she didn't want to be sick anymore, and that she didn't see a way out of that. So in that aspect, maybe she knew, and then maybe she didn't, but I lean towards thinking yeah, she she knew.
Can,
And
can I give you my thoughts on it? Like, I thought that she knew this whole time.
I feel like she knew too.
I knew, and I thought that she was okay. I didn't. Now, the part that I did know was she intentionally tortured him for her own amusement, knowing that she was going to give it a payoff at the end. But, or if she knew that her husband was, because I think in the writing it indicated that you have needs as well. Basically, what the mistress has said, right? So I'm clear it was a conversation that my wife isn't, meeting my needs because of this physical ailment. The mistress was taken up. That's what I'm assuming. So by him saying my wife met my needs, it took her aback, but it also indicated that she might have knew, because at this stage in their relationship, she might have been okay with it because she knew she was. I don't know, but that's why I took it. You tell me, writer.
Nia says she knew.
She knew. All right, she knew. But I did. I was like, I did have to question that for myself. I was like, does she know? She probably knows, but that's sort of not. You know what I mean? It's like that's of no consequence in this moment.
Because she's going anyway. She's going anyway. In her mind,
it has nothing to do with it. Her killing herself has nothing to do with his cheating. Yeah. And so I wanted that to be like the clear thing. Like, oh, he's cheating on me, so I'm gonna I wanted to be very clear on that piece.
I see a lot. You have some really beautiful frames and like shots, like even this, and in that space where it says should be no brown, let's not keep it just. But look at the composition of your shots. Shout out to you and your DP, because I know how it happens. How was that sitting? You guys sitting down doing your shot list. You're good people sitting down doing your shot list. How was that in the process of doing?
We didn't sit down together and do a shot list as I've done before with other DPs. I had the wonderful opportunity to have a rehearsal with my actors in that location, which was my house, and block that out. We got to rehearse and then block. And so it was really the DP coming up with like how the shot would be composed. My job was like, okay, I want her on the stairs. I want him over here. And his job was to make that blocking look pretty.
All right. And so, okay, we're right at the point where who was the mistress and who was the actress that came through? And was it an added bonus that she spoke French, or was that in the script?
Yes, because when she started speaking French, I said, oh, who is this?
So this beautiful actress's name is Gladys Niot, and she came into audition for the lead character, and she was just so stunning, like the kind of stunning that boys and girls are like, who is this lady? Like, and she was French, from France, French. And I was like, that's just intriguing. So she's the mistress. But we would look at
foreign chicks, huh?
Yeah, that's when she originally auditioned, she was hiding her accent. And then when she was leaving, I was like, there's something in your voice. What are you doing? And she was like, oh, I'm French, blah, blah, blah. They say it's better to not do it. I was like, no, always use your accent. Like, that makes you stand out. So we were shooting this scene, and it wasn't in the script for her to speak French, but I was like, shit, you speak French. Let's use it. Say that to him in French, and then you say to her, I don't know what you mean. So that's what that came from.
I'm sorry. I was laughing at what you were saying, but then I'm gonna put this comment up.
I love it. Always.
Always got some trick to him, huh?
Yeah, that's the funniest shit all week. That's wonderful. That is too funny. So yeah, I was like, say it and then just say it fast. He won't know what it means, but then you respond. Just tell her you don't know what that means.
Right. Now, we were talking earlier before a short break started. We were talking about the tattoos on the leading man. So the question is, did you know that he was going to have all those tattoos? And he had a little Rough Rider situation.
Yo, I had no idea. He took his shirt off and I was like, oh, there's a party back there. Okay.
Oh, come on, Marty.
You know what? That's what the character is, and we're gonna go with it. Like, like it works. Let's just
It's
go.
the party going on back here. It's a celebration. Let's have a good
Yeah,
time.
I had no clue. I mean, that's a lot of tats. I had
That's a
no.
lot of tats. And I saw the pound puppy tats in the front too. I was like, wow. All right. That's what's up. But my guy's about that life.
Now, did you go into this casting for an interracial couple?
No, what was so funny is I was like, okay, so I want my film, because I'd done a few films and all black. And then I was like, I want to open this up because I want to be a filmmaker who can to be able to show you that I can direct other than a black person or write other than. So for the male and female casting, it was all races. And so
it sounded like you said it was all
You feel
racist.
like they're all racist.
I was like, man,
all races.
well, you are transparent today, aren't you? Okay.
MAGA hats before no. No, they so everybody came in for both roles. And the funny story behind Nina, who ends up being the lead, she was brought in as the mistress. She was brought in to audition for the mistress role. Mm-hmm. And then somebody came back in who was working with me during casting, was like, this lady out there, she wants to audition for the other one. I was like, what? No, that's not what she. Okay, fine.
Wow.
And that's who I cast.
Oh wow.
And so I cast her, and then I had like all races. It was between David and a black dude. So it was between two of them, and I kept going back and forth. And I was like, I just like the way these two look together. I was like, this is. I think this is
like not another black show. I'm not doing another one. I've done them all. I get to diversify too.
But yeah, and they had chemistry and it worked. Yeah. He was. I liked him.
So it looks like he's Latinic. Or
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got you. I was just guessing. I just wanted to make sure I was clear.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just love how your DP followed your action.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He is amazing.
What's his name again?
His name is Danny Garcia.
Danny Garcia. Let's shout out Danny Garcia because he did his thing. Like, and even I was watching the scene in the pool and how intimate they were together with each other, and the framing that he had him in the middle of the frame, not in the left. Oh, Dele, we always got to give a shout out to Dele. Dele, what's up, girl? Congratulations to Dele. She just got married. Okay, so this is the side. Hopped in. Look at that. Even that frame. Okay, so why did you initially go right into the backstory as soon as he hopped in the pool?
Because I wanted the two things to be playing and juxtaposed with each other. So as he's saving her life, he's like hitting back on all of the moments all of those clues that I just talked about. He hits each of those clues.
Yep. And his guilt had him interpreting those clues in a manner that him doing something would really, if you would have had time and was not doing in his mind dirt, he would have understood that his wife was actually doing something.
Because he was guilty when he was calling the police. I said, "You calling the police for the wrong thing." I got mad at that part, but
hey, listen, I understood that fear. Hey, let me tell y'all something. 1 + 1 do equal 2. Like, I'm just saying. I mean, look at all the stuff. And that's why I took on my mind that she knew. If she didn't know that he was in a relationship, she was tortured, and she knew. But this is her like, I'm going to just mess with you for a minute.
I didn't think she was torturing him at all.
I'm not going with that side. I think the ladies we gonna know. We're not going with the torture.
There's no torture.
And Dele was a producer.
Yeah, Dele helped me produce this. But if you know that was Edgar Allan Poe, The Telltale Heart. if he had not been doing, did you know this?
Yeah, I know. Go ahead.
Yeah, so this is the telltale heart. It's just like if he had not been doing the dirt, then all of that boom, 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 boom. It wouldn't have been coming.
He wouldn't have had that. What? Look at you. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, y'all, listen. I know firsthand on Tracy's intellect and genes. Tracy and I are in a writers group together. And I was happy to be able to have the time. I couldn't wait for a short break to come back so I can highlight her film, because we've shown this film again. We combined together. We had a screening of it with About That, which I haven't screened yet on a short break. Her film and our brother Carl Seaton's, who was on a short break before. But I wanted to take this time, as we do on a short break as much as possible, to highlight our filmmakers and our filmmakers of color, and then also our women filmmakers, which I think that we've tried. I think we're about 50-50 right now, right, Emma?
I think so, yeah.
50 when it comes to highlighting directors and filmmakers, men and women, because we want to make sure that we're pushing it, and we want to compliment you and applaud you for everything that you're pushing forward with your directing and also your writing element, because I want people to pick up the lessons, kind of like what you were saying, Emma, that this is an actress that said, hey, I also have a story to tell. I'm not limited to just one discipline in my art. Here's another one, and here's another one, and look at what it has done for you in the evolution of your story. And that's amazing. And then on top of that, with a family, which is what men and women do. But I tell you now, easily men handle it different from women. Men take let me provide, so they throw themselves into their career and maybe can or cannot neglect what's going on at home, but they're still engaged, but they throw. But women have no choice except to throw themselves in their career and in their family to make sure it works. And I see that you're doing it in a magnificent way, and we wanted to applaud you and do it and highlight your art and talents. So yeah, good work. Yeah, definitely good work, Tracy. Emma, you got anything you want to say?
No, I just want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for your word. Thank you for your inspiration. Your story itself just inspires me. Keep going. Do what you do, even though you don't know what you're doing. Because it's gonna come out.
Oh, hey, let me tell you, you know what she's doing. If you watch the Good Doctor, right?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, you didn't know, but you kept going, and now you are doing so much more and these great things now in 2020. And it's just kind of like, what if you would have been like, oh, I'm scared, I'm not going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing all of the fruit that you're doing now, and it's bomb. So I'm just glad you're here. I just want to say thank you.
Yeah, it's when you're just talking to me, it just made me think, like, sometimes, and I for some years I did this, you hold yourself back because you're like, well, I do this thing. This is how I define myself. I'm this thing, I'm this thing, I'm this thing. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, other opportunities of other things that you can do or that you might really enjoy or have a great talent at, you're pushing them aside because you don't, do those things. And for me, like, I did spend a couple years being like, I'm an actress. I'm just pursuing wait a minute. Okay, I got this other stuff I don't want to do as well.
I totally understand. Like, I was like that when I came out here. When I moved from New York out here, I had produced a lot of stuff in New York, and I had things at the Apollo, things at Symphony Space. I was an EP. I did a lot of work out there, and I had a theater company that was and I was also an actor. So when I came out here, I actively said, I'm not going to produce anything like that. Because I found in New York, it was some people knew me for this and some people knew me for that, but I needed everyone to know me for everything. So I needed to focus on one when I came out here. And I was doing things and things were moving, but until I started engaging all the tools that's in my toolbox, is when I saw things shot up. The trajectory started moving fast. Mm-hmm. So exactly what you're saying, you're 100% right. And what's so funny is that I remember the point when you said, I'm just sitting down writing. I'm writing on this. Damien, that's all I do. So we were in the writing group, and we were writing a script, but also we were also writing our scripts. But Tracy would say, on top of this, I just sit in my spot. I carved out a space. I have the kids at a certain time. Mo takes the kids and let me do this. It was a unit. It was a family. It was a structure. It was the definition of the nuclear family in our community, and we appreciate you being a representative of that, and being, you know, something that we can champion and go behind, and love to see success and growth.
Thank you.
Sure,
Thank you all so much. This was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Shit. Hold on 1 second. Arch Productions. Somebody brought up my theater company. Shout out New York. New York, my guy. Thank you, Dasaku. Yeah, Arch Productions. We did good plays, man. We did good plays. But go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was just saying thank you. This was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Like any filmmaker gets to do this. Is a cool form. I didn't really know what to expect, but like, yeah, this is great.
All right, man. Listen, we're gonna use that sound bite right there. You got anything you would like to add, love?
No, I'm good.
You good? All right. Well, Tracy, we appreciate you. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. We're going to everyone give Tracy an applause. I remember the plays. Dasaku, my guy. This guy showed. Listen, shout out to Dasaku, but give a round of applause for Tracy.
Wait, before you get a round of applause, I do have one fun fact. One fun fact. You all started off by talking about ABFF being online.
Yes.
Naked, the film we just saw, was selected for ABFF as one of the 5. And it was huge. It was amazing. It was the biggest thing that ever happened. It was one of the HBO, it was one of those 5 finalists.
Uh-huh.
And then the week that they were supposed to send my ticket, I got a call from HBO like, did you screen at another festival? Did you screen at LA Shorts Fest? I was like, yeah. Disqualified. So I didn't get to go to ABFF. My film didn't get to play there. I was crushed.
Okay, let me explain to the audience, because I need to understand the magnitude. So let me tell you about this ABFF competition for an independent filmmaker, right? So if you get selected as an ABFF finalist for your short film, you're automatically, I'm not going to throw the numbers out there, but you automatically know you're going to get this amount of money off the rip, at least this amount of money, which the short films are usually you just paying out. So you're happy about that.
And you're going to air on HBO.
And that's what I was about to say. On top of that, you're right, Tracy. HBO is the creme de la creme of the time. And you, especially the time you're speaking about, you like, my shit is about to be. We on the internet, we can cuss. My shit is about to be on there. HBO? Oh, I'm popping. I'm on it popping. You like, I can understand that feeling.
It was everything. I was it's the heart. Like, they only select 5.
Only select 5.
5 short films throughout the country. 5.
ABFF was hard. The HBO, they had the HBO backing. We all wanted it. It was a holy grail. It was a benchmark. And wow.
So imagine getting it, and then getting disqualified 3 weeks later.
Because you showed your work.
I showed my work one time at LA Shorts Fest, and I still don't know how they found out that I cried. I cried. I was like, you can't do this.
And they were unapologetic, right? They were like, sorry.
Sorry, ma'am. We got to go with the alternate.
And so anybody in school, just let you know that's a real world lesson. It is a real world lesson.
I can talk about it now and not tear up because I got this whole thing happening. But for a couple years, I was like, I can't.
I can definitely understand why. That would have hurt. Oh. That brought up some silly.
You didn't know that it happened?
Well, you know what? As you bring it up, I remember we kind of had this conversation a while back about it, but it doesn't change the feelings. Yes, like you could have teared up. I feel, and I still feel that energy because we all know what that represents. Especially you poured everything into this short, and like now you get some level of recognition, and from HBO. And it's gonna play. You can tell your manager, you can tell your agents, hey, I'm on HBO, baby. You're looking for me. You know, that has a value in this game.
Yeah.
I understand. Definitely. Wow.
That's the ABFF fun fact.
That's the ABFF fun. We got, and look what you did though. Look at that. You kept pushing, you kept creating, you kept going, and look at and you're constantly growing. How about now? Because I'm up right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know the Drake. We know Drake. All right, listen.
Do you have any last
you.
words? Anything that you want to say to the people, Tracy?
Anything you want to say to the people, Tracy? We're gonna give you a solo. Talk to the folks.
No, just thank you so much for watching. If you're creative, keep on creating and keep working. And sometimes you have some setbacks, but if you keep pushing and you really love what you're doing, something will happen.
Ooh, there we go. And from us, we want to say thank you for tuning in to a short break. Emma, you would like to close it out?
Yes. Thank you all. I'm so glad that you all were here with us. Make sure you tune in next week, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. East Coast Time. And I'm just super excited.
All right. Thank you, my good people. Peace.